I'll be starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panelists, as parents, we are entrusted with the responsibilities of nurturing and guiding our children. It is our duty to prepare them for the life ahead of them, for the future ahead of them. And as parents, it is also our duty to make sure that our child's talents is not led to waste. Today, as Prime Minister of the proposition side and as parents, I will show you that identifying the most talented child of our family and investing all of our money and resources into them is a pivotal choice for the well-being of the entire family and our bloodline. Panelists, let us make it clear that we prefer a world where families of the working class are able to properly utilize their resources for children that have potential and fully develop them in order to have a better future in life. This way, children from the working class have a better chance in life in the future through their parents' investments. First, let's consider the point of views that remain relevant to this motion. First of all, it is the parents of the working class, and second of all, it is the most talented child of the working class family. Starting with the parents of the working class. So as parents will realize the capabilities and the potential of each child and their respective strengths and weaknesses. They would see their talents, they would see their potential, they would see everything that they do, everything that they don't. And as parents, they want the best for their children, obviously, which is why they have a reason to focus their money on the child. We parents will only want the best for our children and make sure they have the proper resources to grow up and develop their talents. And as parents, from the working class especially, we would maybe support everything. So we have to focus on one specific person to actually invest all of our money into. And our second point of view, knowing that the parents are working hard in order for them to fully develop their skills, in order for them to truly gain new information and train their skills properly, the children will be more motivated to continue training their talents to not let their parents' money go to waste. Now, panelists, let us also not forget that we should also consider the fact that there will always be other members in the family that it's not focused on. Like as the motion states, we are only focusing to support the most talented child in the family. But panelists, let me clarify that this does not mean the parents would care less for them, as this motion only states that money will be more focused on the child, not attention, not the love, not the care, not the respect. Siblings of working classes will also wish the best for each other. They know they're in the working class, they know they're at a disadvantage. Why would they wish the worst for them? So no rivalry or jealousy will be more likely in that situation. Now let us start off with my first point. Parents will only want the best for their children, and in order to achieve that, they will have to realize what potential they have. As when they were the working class, parents usually struggle financially to support every child in the family, right? The parents recognize the talent a child has. Why would they work on getting those talents developed? Why wouldn't they work on getting those talents developed? They will understand that my child has potential, and that would, if I invest in correctly and I give them the training, the guidance they need, I can give them a successful future that I didn't have at first. Because like I've said before, we are parents in the working class. We're struggling to make ends meet. If I don't want my children to have that in the future. I would want them to have a good life, not something that I'm having to struggle right now. I will give them every opportunity and every financial resource I have in order so that they can have what I don't. And for another possibility, they can also possibly fish us out of my the socioeconomic status in our working class. It's like our children's success is a return investment on us and saying a good job to us for properly nurturing and guiding them. But panelists, let's take a step back. If we were to take a look at the opposition side of the case, we will be looking at potential talent that could have been more developed, more grown, going to waste. The investing on less talented children, as in the opposition side, might bear less fruition than focusing on one, as some would even want to become successful in the first place. They won't even want to they won't want to consider becoming successful because they have this notion already that, I was born poor, I'm going to die poor. And overall, it's also very hard for the family in the first case for us, because we are in the working class, like I said before. It's hard to make ends meet already, and we're going to let everyone have their own investments. It's going to add more burdens to our workload. Going on to my second point, reputation of the family. Panelists, each member of the family carries along the family name and with them, and they can either bring pride or shame as they go along their journey. That is pretty obvious. But panelists, wouldn't you feel proud if you see your child with your family name up on the screens, up on the leaderboards, up on trophies, up on certificates, medals, any kind of validation success? The sense of pride and joy you gain from this is something all parents crave, something everyone wants to see. Seeing that your hard work has finally paid off and all those tiresome nights in order for your son or daughter to succeed, who wouldn't be so proud of that? Who wouldn't be excited for that? Okay, let's take for an example. You are a parent that has been working hard because you know that your child has the potential to grow and develop their traits and their skills as a person. For example, let's say your child is really good at creating, sculptures, and they have a really good taste in them. Why wouldn't you give them tuitions? Why wouldn't you like sacrifice what you could use on like a fancy dinner and instead use that money to give them the resources they need in order to fully grow their skills? And not only is this beneficial to us as parents, but it's also beneficial to the children. Not only is this a reward to us, but also to our children. They feel motivated to actually achieve more because of the validation they receive, knowing that no matter where they came from, no matter your class, no matter your background, everyone can achieve something. And when they look back and see why they were able to achieve this, they would thank us, our parents, for giving them the investment they need instead of spending on something else. Instead of like a nice Gucci bag, instead of going for pleasantries that I could have bought at any time, they will thank me for actually investing and believing in them that they could do something greater in the future and actually trusting in them to giving them investments. Panelists, too many families are wasting the potential of their children and resources on other members of family that might even want to be successful. Our side only wants for those in the working class to understand, to make sacrifices for the well-being of the entire family. Because at the end of the day, the working class families will have to decide whether or not to spend their money wisely or not. Because consider the potential that lies within our children and seize the opportunity to invest in excellence. Panelists, let us all consider the potential that lies within our own children and seize the opportunity to invest in excellence and guide the next generation into success of our bloodline. Thank you.